Hello, everybody. Welcome to Marquee Gaming. Today, good to see everybody. Oh, it's so nice to see some of these people in the chat. There's people I've missed for so much time that is joining us today. Good to see all our friends
Yay.
back today. As you can see, though, with our scheme to my side over here, which should be right on the screen. I think it's right in real life, too, so it works out. I can actually do that. That's nice. Right and left. Yeah. Right side of the screen over here, we have one player missing. This is our Beacons baby crew back, but playing Mishaps. I don't know. It's interesting.
We were saying it's going to be hard not to accidentally launch into our old characters because this is a layout that is like feels like instinctual for
Familiar.
Beacon babies. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, no. Interesting.
We're down one player tonight, but we will proceed with this story and see where things go. So let's go ahead and have everybody do their introduction so everyone can know who the players are, who they're playing. If you haven't been here for a while or missed out, you can get caught up here. Rachel, take it away. Start us off.
Hi, I am Rachel. As a joke, I was going to do character intros and Karis, but I feel like that will lock me in and I can't play more, so I'm not going to do that. But hi, I post art over on Twitter and Instagram under Pip400art, so you can go find me there to see all my stuff. And then tomorrow I plan on streaming here on this channel at 3:30 CST. So hang out with me; it'll be fun. Today I play Eleonora. She is a ASMR warlock, and it was a pretty rough battle yesterday. Whatever, wasn't yesterday, last week, but we're chugging along. We're doing it. So
Definitely. Yeah, that was a rough one last time, but you guys made it, which is the most important part. So pass it along to our second player, formerly Raya. We have Kelly playing.
Don't say that. I can't think too much about Ryan. Hi, I'm Kelly. I play Winnie, the level, I was gonna say level 4, but she's not yet, level 3 monk, who is very happy to be alive today because I got very close to dying last week. So just happy to not the death cycles didn't get me. Like got me,
More
but
like the Beacon baby way.
Yeah. I was down, but I mean I was not completely out, so that was good. So I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. It's good to have you, of course.
Not be dead.
Not be dead, yes, of course. Our third player who is missing, Ashley, she is unable to join us today, but you can go follow her art and stuff that she does. Salt and Ash on Instagram. You can check her out there. And also in the tavern, which is the Discord that we share with our fourth player, Bardic Dice. So join the Discord to see it there. But Michael, take it away.
Hi guys. I'm actually gonna do mine in character because I have an easy way to get into my guys. So I mean, I guess if you want to know about me, my name is Mike, also known as Bardic Dice on all the socials. So it's pretty crazy because he's doing one of his last Fates United sessions because his players defeated the big bad this past week. So it's gonna be on Friday, 8:30 Central, our last Fates episode. So it's gonna be pretty crazy. So yeah, you definitely wanna go check that out and see how everything wraps up. Or you can check out all the old episodes on VOD on YouTube. But today, he's not playing Reddit anymore. He moved on from me and forgot. But Michael's playing Davril, who is a level 3 Artificer wannabe wizard. But yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. So I miss you guys. But it's alright, because I'm back. I'm Davril.
He was never seen again. But yeah, go give Bark Dice a follow if you have not already, so you can show up on Friday and watch the finale of the campaign that we've been in for 2.5 years or so. Yeah. So go check that out on Friday at 8:30 PM CST and give him a follow. And then I am Mark. I am the Dungeon Master, and yeah, sometimes I'll do crafting on this channel. I don't know when that happens, though. It's definitely not consistent. It's like 2 or 3 times a
You did it
year.
like 6 months ago.
Yeah, it's a long time in between. I did it when we lived in our new house, so I've done it there. But it definitely is something that is few and far between, and maybe I'll try to do more. I don't know. I have some projects I can work on, and some projects I can't work on stream because they're just like, they take too long. So, stuff.
There are things we're not allowed to look at in our house.
There's definitely things I said, Rachel, do not look at this stuff. So, yes, for sure.
Apparently, I don't know how to open up a sparkling water. Floating everywhere. Anyways,
Vegan babies are back at it. All right. If you want to catch up on old episodes of Mystical Mishaps, you can check us out on YouTube or podcasts. If you'd like to, you can give those a follow or subscription on the appropriate platform. That way it kind of like can help those maybe reach more people so they can learn about it. Just a small thing you could do. Definitely don't have to. Or if you're watching live on YouTube, or not live, but watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up. But that is basically it for announcements today. So we can get into our 19th session today of Mystical Mishaps, starting with our intro. All right, we're back, friends. Ready to pick up our session and turn on some music as we get ready to dive into our 19th session of Mystical Mishaps. Last time, our players are in the city of Yellowfield, and it's a small farming community. They were told about a job to help a local farmer who has some sheep who are having issues. This farmer's name is Milo, and they are going to see if they can help him with the sheep that he has that is being attacked. So they look around the field for a little bit. They find some weird patches of grass that have kind of a pink color coating some of the blades of grass. And they end up discussing back at his farmhouse a little bit. Milo offers them a ring, which Dav investigates and kind of figures out as magical, and Eleonora identifies it as a ring of, make sure I get this right, I think it's swimming, right? Yes, right? Yes.
I was learned to take over identify.
Ring of swimming. Ring of swimming. So there's sort of a debate at that point on what to do about this, because Milo does not seem to be aware of what he has, and ethics of stuff kind of get brought up. But they do decide that they're going to start investigating the fields, though. And while they're out looking around, they spot a couple of sheep that are just wandering together, and they begin to investigate. And as they get close, the sheep begin to attack, and they start to see underneath like the mangled or gnarly looking wool that they have that there is actually some like strange like sharp teeth coming out of their mouths, and very very subtle things that they pick up on once it starts to attack them. And there's a big fight that breaks out. They're fighting sheep. Super sad for all the sheep lovers out there. And they're able to dispatch one of the sheep, but at that point the ground splits open, and emerging from there is a pink energy creature that begins to attack the party, leaving a glowing crack in the ground where it emerged. And that fight was pretty rough. That was a pretty rough one, and I almost threw 2 of those at the party because I was not thinking, and I changed my mind right before the session, so you're welcome, players. Nearly a TPK, but they ended up defeating it. It burst out, energy dispersed, and they all are sort of catching their breath after that attack. Session's yours, players.
Just like in that moment, since I know the Mishaps machine only works for like a minute, kind of like it as the fight's ending, can I like look quickly between like the crack in the ground and the machine and see if it's, and especially as the machine kind of powers down, and see like if there seems to make any sort of difference at all or do anything?
What kind of difference are you looking for?
It doesn't look like it's suppressing the mishap, like the mishap energy in the crack.
Okay.
Or,
okay.
So stuff like that.
Sure. Why don't you give me an Arcana check?
Okay. I don't think I'm very good at that. I try my best.
And this might be rough.
Oh, well, I rolled in that one, so.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, after kind of catching your breath from all of this, it's really hard to tell much of anything. It's just kind of this flowing energy that you're seeing in this crack. Very reminiscent of our layout, everybody. There's a nice view now since Ashley's camera isn't there. You can kind of see fun energy flowing.
What?
But yeah, it's hard to tell much of anything. You're not really noticing any changes of anything as the device begins to slowly deactivate and go dormant. Not much to notice.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm just kind of like, are you all right? Are you all right? Especially you two, because both really went through it.
Yeah, Dad's just laying on the ground. Oh. Yeah.
Euphemia is still trapped in the ground. Like her legs are literally bound in the ground. And she'll just kind of probably make you guys aware of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I go over and investigate like how to get her out? Like, can I try to do that?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna try, please. Oh. Well, 7.
I mean, she's bound to the ground.
She's in there.
Yeah.
Like the ground's around her feet, right?
Yeah.
Can I try I'm gonna start to try and like dig and see if that works.
Okay, yeah. Give me an athletics check.
Oh, I'm actually not. Okay, hold on. I don't think I'm terrible at that. One
I
second.
mean, you're a monk. I hope you're okay at athletics.
Yeah, no, I'm so used to rogue horrible athletics checks. I got a nat 20. 23.
Hey!
Beautiful. Yeah, you start pulling away the earth. It's pretty solid because she wasn't able to just like move her legs to get out, but you break off chunks and eventually she is able to be freed from the grasp of the earth.
Have unpowers his Iron Man little blast he was about to do and be like, oh, okay, you got it. All right.
I guess if Dad's still on, I'll make sure if Euphemia is okay. If Dad is still on the ground, I'll probably go and help him up. I'm just trying to make sure everyone's like up. I don't know. I feel nervous about that. I just feel nervous. So I'll go over there and help him up.
We did.
No, we almost were though.
Ow.
I think we're okay.
Ow. Okay. All right. I was gonna do the spare the dying to make sure I'm still awake, but then I realized it'd probably make a mishap, so it was probably not a good idea.
Right now, yes. This thing pressed multiple. I think a big one. I heard a crack.
Ooh, can we investigate it? Or
disc.
can I see? Can I look at the mishap thing?
Yeah, you can take a look at it, and very clearly there's like kind of hairline crack that's going through the disc that's inside of it. It's still intact and it looks like it's functional, but there's clearly
Okay.
some wear that has happened on the disc.
Does it keep any sort
Okay.
of like identifying I don't even know, like damage or recording of what kind of mishaps it's suppressing or any of that information? Or is
There's
it just
not like a layout, or it's just a disc that suppresses.
okay.
It's
I was thinking
literally
of like a record player that had like scratches in it or something like that.
Nope.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, we're gonna have to thank our friend after this for sure.
Can we get more? She said we can get more of these, right? Or is it gonna be hard to
Well,
get more of them?
we have 2 extras now.
Okay, that's good.
We'll just have to be wise, I think, about how often we use it.
Use
but
it?
I thought the situation called for it, especially if we were fighting a monster that is made of mishaps. Is that what that was? I
Kind of seemed. I don't know. I didn't really have any like specific. Any like copied you guys, right? It seemed like he was kind of copying
Yes.
what you were doing. Yeah.
Yeah, and whatever element it was, I wasn't able to really lock onto it with my absorb element. So it's definitely kind of that. It seems like it's that same energy where it's like everything but nothing at once.
Hmm.
Maybe
correct.
mishap elemental. I don't know. I want to coin it
Can
for
I-
something for now.
Can I look at? Is there any area like is that pink stuff there like on the grass? Like, can I look around and see if there's anything that like?
like the powder.
Yeah, like just look and
Okay.
see.
Sure. You can roll perception or investigation.
We'll do perception, please. Oh, 18.
So yeah, you just kind of scan the ground and take a look around. You're not noticing any pink residue on the grass around here.
Hmm.
There's just that crack that's still in the ground, though.
Is it like glowing pink, like the same one we saw?
It's
In
very
the grave?
reminiscent to the graveyard.
Okay, I'm gonna like.
Mm.
I guess I don't know. Are there any like rocks or something around where I can kind of like bar it off almost? Because I don't want anything touching it. I don't even animals like accidentally going. I don't know. I don't know what would
Yeah.
happen. So can I
This-
try and like?
This isn't a very big crack. So
Okay.
if you're looking for like a rock to cover it, you could look around for
Yeah.
maybe a little bit to see if you can find something. But
Or even a few.
Good
I'll
idea.
make sure to throw it onto the crack and not touch. I don't even want to like set it down on the. I'm like throwing it onto the crack, so I'm like, like that kind of thing.
Giant rock.
Yeah, like it's not like I don't want it, or even just dropping it above it, so I'm not like I don't want to make any contact with it at all.
Conducive with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
so you look around, and there are not many big rocks. It's sort of a assortment of smaller rocks that you're finding in the area.
I'll do those. I'll do
we
those.
can
And I mostly
probably
just want
have. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
to. Okay.
Well, just as you're looking around, I'll say, well, we can probably tell Milo to perhaps construct something.
You don't think like what if like an animal goes over it? Do you think something will happen if?
Well,
goes
he
into
is
the
keeping
crack?
his sheep close.
That's true. What
If you want to do something, you can. I'm just saying, we probably have better means to do that once we.
We should
That's true.
probably get word back to the city. I'm sure they'll want to reach out to the wizards nearby and have proper investigations.
That's true.
They'll at least
Okay.
block it
Yeah.
off.
I don't know. What if someone like stumbles on and touches it? I don't know. I just am paranoid. But we should probably go then and tell him and have him cover it up right away.
Because this looks like pretty like isolated farmlands.
Oh, you're in the
Doesn't look like
middle
there's
of
anyone kind
nowhere.
of wandering in.
There's-
Yeah.
This would be pretty
So.
random to stumble upon this, but
I think Winnie's
Well-
just paranoid because it's like a big crack in the ground that could
Yeah.
cause us some problems. So
I know I seem like I don't care about animals, and I'm more than willing to tip them. But Animals usually have a self-defense. They'll see this. I don't think they'll be attracted to it.
Okay. Yeah, we should go tell Milo then, because this is
What is
scary.
up? Do any of you know much about sheep? Because those do not look very normal to me, but I have not spent ample amounts of time with them.
No, something's wrong with those sheep. Can I like look? Yeah, can I look at the sheep? Do they look? What's wrong with them?
Yeah, give me a nature roll.
Okay, a nature roll.
Yeah.
A nature. Oh.
Yeah, Euphemia, don't worry, we got this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
she's like,
shouldn't
Yeah.
even touch it.
getting the dirt out of her shoes. I didn't do very well. 9.
9. Okay. I'll give you advantage because Euphemia would probably help in this. So.
Okay. Not much better. 13.
Okay. It's very clear that this is, from the sheep you saw, like some sort of corruption that has happened to these sheep. It's very reminiscent of your journey here with like the weird squirrels and stuff that you found in the forest. Like animals have mutated in different ways as a result of the shutter, and this potentially is something that is similar to that.
Okay.
I have a little bit of a running theory, at least in my mind. That powder potentially could have been some sort of fungus or initial mishap that affected some of the sheep, right? Turning these. And it seems so far, though we haven't confirmed with the one that was already there if something happened previous, but it seems like these cracks are occurring after a natural occurring mishap. So it could be, I mean, this is just a wild theory. I don't know if it's true or not, but I mean, that's what it seems like, that this thing probably followed that mishap, unless there's a secondary reason for it happening. But being out here isolated.
Is there are more sheep missing?
There are.
So it makes me worried that this is not even done yet.
I agree.
Yeah, me too. So,
But we have a place to start, unless you guys want to wait here and take like a breather. But
well, it's up to both of you. I think you hurt more than Euphemia and I.
I mean, I'd rather. I mean, the good thing is that thing didn't come out. It only came when we got close to those weird sheep, and they were kind of acting. And they only came out. They didn't even approach us. They ran away from us. They were approaching Euphemia when she was a sheep. So I don't think that. I think we should probably just head back because I don't know. I don't want to be out here exposed, but also, I don't know, I feel like we should tell someone about all of this as soon as possible. And I think we'll be okay if we go back because we walked around here a lot. Nothing bothers before, which is strange again. But
we can keep our eyes out for any others that are surviving too.
So we can head back, tell Milo. We could potentially even lead him back here so he knows exactly what it is. And then
I think we should tell Edgin. You might be able to get word to someone either in the city or nearby. At least the same people that probably looked into the crack at that wizard's house.
yeah.
do we want to leave the ring for now, or should we talk to him about it?
I'd say we talk to him. Just be upfront. Okay, we got the job done. We're honest people. You help decide the deal.
We could even offer
him
to
the
sell it
choice.
for him. Like, say, hey, we'll sell it for you, and we can work out a deal out of like how much we sell it. We can even say we can work it out when we know how much we can sell it for, or percentage.
That's
We
true.
work out percentage too.
That sounds acceptable to me. I did want to apologize to you also for being a bit harsh when I spoke.
Different opinions. It's fine.
Well, I still stand by what I thought, but I feel like I seem to be having some outbursts sometimes, and I'm not like that normally, and So I'm very sorry.
It's okay. We're in a new place
I-
and doing all sorts of new things. I think that it's okay to act differently than maybe you normally do when you're used to everything being sort of in a bubble that you know.
That is very true. I think I get a bit defensive when things turn to integrity. My
Trust
name
me.
carries a lot of integrity, and seems to be all I have left. I clutch onto it very tightly. Get defensive, threatened. That doesn't mean I should lash out at any of you or take charge like I am in charge, because we are a team.
Well, we've already said you're the face of our group. To make the deal, why not have an opinion on it?
And I didn't want to, I wanted to make sure we were being, I don't know, this guy seems very nice and very, maybe too trusting. And so I didn't want to take advantage of that either. So I felt weird about it too. So it's okay. I don't.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have no problem speaking my mind, but it was the manner in which I did it. It was just very unprofessional, and I was not happy with how I did it. So, especially you, Davril, I'm sorry for cutting you off and for being very rude, personally. So, I will try to do better. Please be patient with me.
Accepted. You can show your betterment in the future, I'm sure. He kind of smiles. Just he's fine. You can tell.
Well, he didn't even seem bothered in the first place.
I think you can tell Eleonora seems so bothered by her behavior, like
Yeah.
far more
Yeah.
than anybody else. But yeah.
I mean, like, you guys know I'm like the king of being defensive, so you're good.
Being defensive.
Same.
All right. Well, so talk to Milo, and I don't know, rest for the day. I don't think we have us. I think
I don't
I
think
could
we
keep
should do
going if I
anything else.
rested for a bit, but
Actually, I could as well, but I also don't want. I don't know. If there are more of those things, if there are missing sheep, and if maybe, I don't know, if there's more of those things out there, that makes me nervous. So I would be okay. I just don't know if I'd be willing to face one of those or able to face one of those things again.
exactly.
Oh, and thank you again for the dagger dab, the dagger dab.
How do you know I nicknamed it that?
She's having a stroke currently. I'm sorry. You see her like fall over. Thanks again for the dagger dab. It's been really helpful so far. And how it comes back to me, man. If I didn't have that, I would. If I punched that thing more, I would probably be dead. So thank you.
Well, I figured kind of better in your hands than mine since I got the gauntlets, and you have to call it Daver from now on instead of a dagger.
It's Dav's dagger, the dabber.
Daver.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Yes, that was good thanking all of you. You did very
So we need. I guess I'll look at Euphemia. She's kind of off in his face now. I also think we should make more potions too, because these came in a lot of handy. We very much needed those, so I'm glad we had some. So we should refill our stock.
Yeah, she'll say that she plans to, probably when you get back, start on making some. So she'll be occupied most of the rest of the day doing that.
Before you did that, I was about to go, okay.
Great, good job, Rachel. RP2 characters.
This is exactly how she sounds.
Very high pitched voice.
I can just see Ash just being like, no.
Yeah, she's just like
Oh my
listening to us now, shaking her head like, shut up.
No.
All right, so I think we could probably start heading back. Remember
I think
exactly where this location is.
Are you doing anything with the bodies of the sheep? Or leaving them?
Probably bring them back, right? That's proof.
They're corrupted.
Show them exactly what happened.
Maybe we'll leave. Well, yeah, we could show him. We were gonna bring him to the crack anyway.
If something happens to them, we don't have proof of what happened.
Oh, I see. That is very smart.
So you're bringing them back with you.
Like one, maybe. Yeah, I guess so.
Bringing one back? Bringing both? up to you.
We can leave the other one here if you want. See
I
if
would like to
anything
not
else
carry
interacts with it.
Okay,
You don't
I'll
have to
carry
carry
it.
it.
I don't-
No.
I'll look very sad though carrying it, but I'll carry it. Poor sheep. He's dead.
So when he's carrying one of the sheep, you're leaving the other one here.
Yeah, let's see if anything interacts with it. See if anything else is out here.
That is smart.
So begin to head back in. I think it was at about 45 minutes out you guys were when you found this. So about a little less than that maybe back because you're more direct. But you get back. Euphemia says she's going to go back into the room and work on stuff. So she takes her leave at this point. But Milo will come out to connect
Hey,
with you.
Euphemia, can I talk to you about something really serious?
No.
Just one-on-one real
No,
quick?
and she leaves.
Oh,
I just
all
pass
right.
it
That's
out.
maybe later. Okay, all
Oh
right.
my gosh.
And there's D showing up to give you all advantage.
Hey!
I probably should turn off the player 3 one because she's not here. Let me turn off Ashley's.
Thank you, Daily.
All right, you all have your advantage die.
Yay!
But
Yeah,
We're
so
back
where's
with Milo.
Milo?
yeah, so he comes out. He's been working around the farm area, and he'll meet you. And hey, oh, you found one?
Covered in just blood and cuts.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, look like you've been
Yeah.
through a lot.
Down.
It's a very interesting situation, Milo. Very unique.
Well, you'll have to tell me. Come inside. I can.
Cool.
Where do you want the sheep? I do want him.
Oh yeah, just
I don't-
put it over there, and he points to like a location that's isolated, kind of from everything.
Okay, I'll make sure. Yeah, so there's the other sheep can't get to it either.
Yeah.
First,
I'll put
Milo,
down-
take a look. Take a look at that.
All right.
Take a look at it before.
Goes over and starts looking, and you kind of see him pull back, like on the gums and showing the teeth. And oh, this is very odd looking. Kind of like looks around and looks at the horns, and it's like there's blood on here too. He touches the horns, and
This could have been ours, or I don't know if it attacked the other sheep.
I mean, I wouldn't have suspected this happening because sheep don't have teeth like this, but this bite pattern sort of matches sheep that were killed.
Oh.
Wait, the ones that were dead?
interesting.
Yes.
Not the ones that were taken, the ones that were dead. Oh.
Then my theory holds up a little bit.
I thought they were the ones that were taken and they got corrupted, but
How does
I
this
think
happen?
This is what took them.
well,
There
We-
are. If you would like to explain that, bro.
Any one of the three of us could. We've seen experiences of our own. But from what we've seen so far, at least in our own experiences and what we've heard from other monster hunters and people that know, and he looks over to Eleanor, people that know more than we have, that we've gotten information from, mishaps have continued to happen and strange oddities continue to happen after the shutter that even occur in nature. We've seen ink come to life to form monsters. We've seen statues come to life to attack and retrieve corpses. I wonder if that film, that powder on the grass, was some sort of natural occurring mishap that might have infected these sheep, which then attacked the others. Our friend here is gifted with the ability to change into a shape of an animal, and it was acting strange because they would stay away from us, but when she was in her sheep form, it would try and lure them in and attack it. So What happened after, though, was a little strange, and I'm sure you've heard of the old wizard's house that had the crack of lightning and the pink energy.
Yes, of course, yes.
Well, one just occurred recently in Lakeside, hence with the angels. And where we found these sheep, another one occurred here, on your farm.
Why here?
We don't know.
It's the crack formed in the ground before our eyes, and a monster emerged, made of the same type of thing. So, it is gone now, but that crack is incredibly dangerous. With one touch, you will be incinerated. So, I would highly advise blocking it off. We can show you it.
That would probably be good. Definitely wouldn't want anything to happen. I haven't
Eleanor,
really
you
gotten to see much of the old tower, but it'd be interesting to see this.
Were you going to say something, Mike?
I was going to say, is Eleanor, you see Dab start going in thought and then just gets lost in his book. He's stopped conversating, so if you want to take over.
Okay.
It's like mid-thought he had a thought. He's like,
Like,
And
new
he's like,
theory.
that actually, that might hold. Nah, I don't know. Well, maybe in this instance. And he's just like lost in theory crafting at the moment.
Okay. Yes, so they seem to be happening more frequently. So we don't know if there are others like it. Because I think there was 2 sheep we found were corrupted in this manner. I think there's a few more you said that were missing.
Yeah, I mean, there was some others that were attacked. Do you think other ones are like this?
That's what we're worried about, at least.
Or do you think that those ones you found could have killed the other ones?
That also could be possible.
Yeah,
How many are still unaccounted for?
3?
So we are quite spent in our abilities today, but we were thinking of coming back tomorrow and seeing if we could locate the other 3, either their bodies or they are also corrupted.
All
Just
right.
to make sure that this is truly dealt with. Something that we forgot to mention earlier is this mutated animals is very common in the woods near Lakeside.
I've heard
And they
stories.
travel through the wood. Yeah, so it seems very similar.
Well, maybe I'll have to hire on a guard hand or something to watch my sheep.
Just to keep it safe. I mean, I would hope that this would clear it out, but it's hard to say because mishaps seem to be popping up at any point
A lot.
without much indication when, why.
Yeah, that's concerning. Well, thank you for your help. Appreciate you bringing this one back.
There's another one near the crack. We can take you to it now if you'd like to see it.
Yeah, we can head out there. I can see the crack too. You said, how big is it?
How big is it, Mark?
I mean, it's fairly, is that like maybe 2-3 feet long?
Okay, so I just kind of
Like a
motion with my
fairly
hands.
2-3 feet long.
Yeah.
I'd estimate.
All right. He goes and grabs like some wood that's sort of like a patch of wood. I'll just put this over top of it.
Yeah, because if it's over top, will it incinerate?
I don't know.
Not if it's touching.
Yeah, I'll tell him you may want to do so. Lifts it above any touch of the crack.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't touch it.
Of course. Leave that to the professionals.
Well, learned out we're not even suited to deal with it either. So.
But he'll follow you out and see his other sheep.
Keep an eye out for the other 3 or any signs of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty quiet
Yeah.
out here. But he kind of situates a couple of the little rocks that Winnie got and lays it on top of there, so it's slightly elevated, but covered. Hopefully that will be good. Puts another rock on top of it to weigh it down.
Do you mind if those that would want to investigate it are made aware of it? This is, I'm guessing, your land, so.
Oh yeah, I
Well-
mean, if anything to help keep my sheep safe, that's appreciated.
Of course.
And the other sheep body is still there. It hasn't moved. It's not like
Nope, it's still
weird or
there.
anything. Okay.
Nothing weird.
Perfect. Nothing ate it.
Nothing ate it.
The ground is swallowed. Yeah.
Oh god, maybe.
Just like an arm that comes out and grabs it and pulls it.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, nothing happens.
That's enough for today.
Yeah, we're going home.
We're keeping the ring.
But he'll carry the other sheep back with you guys. Back to the house.
Not to pretend to tell you what to do with your own sheep and if you have any better ideas, but my only worry would be things like this. If it's potentially, I don't even know. We don't know enough about this to know if something like this could come back as undead. If you have no other purpose for it, burning them might not be a bad idea. Just something to keep in mind.
Sure. Yeah,
And I can aid with that if you need. Just something to think about. We don't know what could happen or what the nature of these things are. So
Okay. Zombie sheep. Huh. All right.
This sounds very terrible.
trust me, we've seen equal sorts of terror.
So he'll take him out back, and build kind of a fire around him to burn him.
Solemn funeral for the Jeebies.
Mhm.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. sheep.
Go
Yukimi
graze
is
love,
not here.
bountiful fields. Sweet sheep.
They were beautiful and perfect. Now they're
Bun's
gone.
5th grade level recorder of the Scottish funeral song.
Aw.
We need Ava with this kazoo here to help us.
Well,
Oh,
So,
no.
kind
y'all want lunch or something? Make some lunch for you. It's getting a little past midday here.
Looks at Eleanor. Focus.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I'll look to you. And
lunch would be lovely,
I-
Milo, if you feel so inclined.
Of course. Come on in.
Gonna say, our friend Eleanor here, we're not all sour news. She has some good news for you as well, I think.
Oh yeah? As he's fixing up some sandwiches for y'all.
Well, we're looking at the ring you showed us, Milo, and we noticed it is not an ordinary ring. This is magical.
Magic ring.
It helps you swim very well, actually.
Alright.
Which I'm sure not much use for you here. But that being said, it is worth quite a bit more money than really what.
Oh, I see.
So we wanted to make sure to be upfront and honest before any agreements were made. And if you wanted to reassess any of your decisions or something we've discussed as well, we are planning to travel out and come back through. I don't know if you know of anyone that even would purchase it here in Yellowfields for the price it could go for, but we might be able to find a better seller maybe find a deal with you on returning most of the money minus what is owed for the job today.
Or if you'd rather keep it,
Right.
then that's fine too. We just wanted to tell you.
How much do you think it's worth?
What did
Honestly,
I think?
man.
What did I rolled? I thought I rolled for. You said a few hundred gold, right? Like that's kind of what it seemed
Or
like.
Probably,
like
at
1 to
least.
200.
At least
At
100
least,
I
to
would say
okay.
300 to 400.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said
Or
at
no,
least a few hundred. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll say I'm
400
gonna say like
6 months.
just when I looked at it, it seemed like maybe it'd be worth at least a few hundred gold. So quite a bit more than what you would, we even asked for the job. So that's why we wanted to tell you and make sure you knew.
Who knew I had
Really just
that
depends
kind of value sitting around the farm here?
You can buy more sheep with that kind of money.
Really depends on what kind of seller you could find.
Yeah, we don't know. We didn't know if there'd be anyone who could buy it here necessarily, but that's why we offered to take it out too if you wanted us to. We promised we'd bring the money back.
Well, how about this instead? Since it's worth so much, and I want to get more sheep, why don't you just buy the ring from me and we'll call it good? 20 gold.
For 20 gold?
But wait, that Milo, it's worth like a few hundred. I mean, it's not really.
It's just sitting around here.
This man needs a financial
He's
advisor.
so nice!
I want to give this
Milo, the new Jeremy of the campaign.
Yeah.
He's gonna come into the big bad and change everything.
I mean, some extra gold will help me rebuild a little bit, get some extra sheep in here, and you all could use that. I mean, there's the lake just over there you could jump into and go for a swim if you want, but
Can I like can I go over to like I don't know, I would kind of over there. I want to kind of like look at or whisper in both of your guys' ears and be like, can we give him 50 or something? Like we got to give him more than 20.
I was thinking 50, 20 now, 30 later once we sell it.
Yeah, I mean, Eleanor's nodding, like, she almost seems a little blown away by the just outright, like, sure, 20 gold, whatever.
What a deal.
She's so used to business deals and trying to get as much as you can, and here's a guy that's just like, I'm just a simple farmer in the Appalachian.
She's really disarmed.
Sleep.
Yeah, she's definitely very disarmed. So she's like she kind of nods at the two of you, like, and Milo, that is very kind.
I mean, I have no use to. I don't plan on going swimming anytime soon.
I think Dab's laughing at both just the hilarity of the moment with Milo, but also just how much we got into it over this ring, and now it's just this non-issue.
Well, Milo, why don't we buy it from you for would 50 gold suffice? It seems a little more fair. It would ease our minds.
That's what it's worth to you. Sure, I'd take 20, but
How about 20 now, 30 when we sell it? When we have a little bit more gold on hand to offer it to you. Yeah.
that's what you're content with doing. Works for me.
I'd be, honestly, even me, would be more than happy to take a run with the rest of it. I want to make sure you're squared away defensively here if more things come out of that crack. Because honestly, we probably going to have some sort of interest in that as well going forward. So we want to make sure you're safe with that.
Of course. Yeah, I probably could use some of that to even get a hired hand for a little bit to help out, keeping an eye on the sheep.
Yep.
That sounds very smart.
They'll shake your
I
hand.
guess, do you want to? And I'll kind of motion, I guess, because you have our group gold, don't you? So we can always take it out of that, I guess. Right?
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to, we can do that. That's been pretty effective, actually, to have. I kind of glad we did that, by the way, just have a group.
Me too.
And then I guess just so you guys know, since the session with Death, I've just been logging away every raid thing as party gold.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Okay.
If you
Individually.
Yeah, so if you if you find it and you're like, I wouldn't give it, let me know so I don't count it. But otherwise, I'm just gonna assume that we're counting it.
Sure.
If that sounds fair.
That makes sense.
So we're giving him 20 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we'll give him 30 back.
Debt log. Milo the farmer.
We are racking up debts, which is really funny. Milo, best boy. 30. Cool.
Well, I really do appreciate all you've done for me. You all did a good job.
We appreciate your hospitality. You've been very gracious.
Oh, yeah. I don't get many visitors around here, so want them to want to come back sometime.
Yes.
How we feel about our reputation. Looks over at Eleanor and just kind of nods. Kind of.
I learned a lesson today.
I learned a lesson today. I'm glad we could help each other. I will be back tomorrow to kind of roam the fields again, make sure the other three aren't going to be an issue. And if they end up not finding it, you can let us know. We'll come back, finish the job if we can't find them.
All right. Well, I appreciate that.
Let us know if anything does change with that crack, though.
Sure.
The Horde Hunters will probably be either in Yellow Fields or Lakeside for quite a bit. We'll let you know either way. But if anything does happen, something more comes from it, I'm more than happy to help.
Okay. I mean, aren't you going to get professionals who might know more than I would about that to look at it?
Yeah, but I just mean if something comes from it, don't hire someone else. Hire us.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes, but we'll see you again tomorrow and see if we can make sure everything's good. But yes, we'll make sure we comment about the
All right.
See what happens.
That sounds wonderful. I'll lead you to the door and see you off. You have nothing else for him?
As we leave, actually, as the other two are kind of walking, she would just kind of turn to Milo and say, Milo, do you happen to know where your children are located in Rise?
Not specifically, no.
I just discovered this recently, so I wanted to tell you, especially if you do come into a bit of money. But there's a way to send letters to Rise. I don't know if you know.
There is?
There's a shop in Heaven's Reach.
Ooh, that's a ways away.
But
you can take a message if you want us to later. You can come up with one. We can take it and give it and send a letter.
I just wanted to make you aware because I have people in Rise too that I didn't know I could contact. And it's just good to know that it exists.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, I mean, I know we are headed to Heaven's Reach at some point, so if you see us again and you decide you want to do something like that or have an idea of even where to send it,
sure.
Just let us know.
If you pass through, pop on by. Maybe I'll have something.
All right. So that's all she wanted to say.
All right.
We get a short rest from all this?
Yeah, you guys can take
From
a short rest.
Lunch.
Wholesome farmer lunch.
From wholesome farmer lunch, you guys can have a short rest.
Yay!
Yay!
We have a whole rest of the day ahead of us, right?
Yeah, it's just past midday right now.
Gonna use all 3 of my hit dice.
Uh-oh.
I'm at 3 hit points,
That's
my
great.
dude.
Oh, it's so weird that as a warlock, I just have all my spell stuff back.
That's pretty nice.
Crazy.
That's actually very nice.
Am I?
Lowering the mishap level. Look at that. You guys are getting all the good things today.
Oh.
So where you guys head?
Back to the inn, I think, right?
Probably, yeah, I'd say that first.
I don't want to do anything, too risky.
Okay.
I think I might switch back to my gauntlet mode as well.
All right. So you head back over to the Untamed Drinker and are able to head inside. Let me turn on the music.
I guess do we have the ring of swimming now, or?
Yeah, you gave it to you.
Okay.
That is
Who's
your
holding
guys'.
that? Just so we don't lose track of it.
I can hold it. That's fine.
Go ahead, put that in your inventory.
Dav just leans over. Keep an eye on any shady friends in here. If they have any sort of magic smuggling ring, might be something to be looking out for. Just keep it somewhere like a front fanny pack, when you're traveling, that kind of thing.
I guess, yeah, I'll find my safest, oh, here we go, I found it.
You just put it
I'll
on.
have Yeah, I guess I'll just put it on. Why not? I'll put it on just to have it.
All right.
But as I go into the inn, just because after Jeff says that, I put it on, but I make my into a fist, so it won't even fall off. Sitting there, just like,
Sure.
No one will take this from me.
no one can take this ring from me.
All right.
So funny.
Yeah, you feel the energy kind of enter into your body too as you put it on. This one does not require attunement, it looks like, so
Nice.
it works.
So we go back to Lakeside and make an easy $50.
I was gonna say, I was like,
It's up to you guys if you want to sell
Oh,
it. Yeah.
true. Yeah.
You can use
True,
it first.
Use it. That's in your inventory now officially. Just so we remember.
Yes.
But you head inside again, kind of the dimmer lighting, nice like soft lights illuminating the room. It's a little bit more kind of cloudy in the room now. There's some smoke billowing around. Do candlelight as you go, and Idgen is near the bar as well as you come in.
Seriously, I love the vibe of this place. The music is so good.
Gives you a little bit of a greeting head nod as you enter. There's a couple other patrons who are around too.
Anyone we
Yes.
recognize from the day before?
There looks to be a farmer and Mary in the room right now.
So Mary is back, not
Look
disguised as
here.
something else, huh? Interesting.
Mary is here.
Wasn't expecting that.
What is she doing? Is she
A
just
little lamb.
sitting there?
She's sitting there. She's got like a plate of some picked at food and a drink. Just kind of sitting there. If you want, you can roll insight if you'd like.
I'd like to, please.
Can we all?
Sure.
Cool. Now that I'm actually made aware that this may be something.
It's my insight.
All
Oh,
three of us, choo choo, when we walk in.
just 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
7.
10 and 7.
14.
And 14.
10. Okay,
well. Yeah, it's hard to really get much from, but Dav, you just kind of notice that she just is positioned in a way where she just can see the whole room. Like, she's very aware of like everybody in the room where she's sitting, has like her back to a wall. Very strategic looking spot in the room. But yeah, again, just he acknowledges you as you come in. It's up to you where you want to go.
I feel like we'd go bar unless they're looking like they want to sit down. But
Yeah.
to talk
That's
to
fine.
tell them about like who do we want to talk about? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You head over to Idkin.
Yeah.
So you
I
walk
just kind of
up.
lean
to him.
over before we're heading up. Just, you guys want to mention the ring to him, see if he's interested,
Mm.
or if he knows someone.
I don't. Or sorry,
Hear
whispering.
you when you whisper.
I would whisper. I'd rather not.
I was gonna
And
say,
she just
yeah.
kind of gives like kind of a look around the room, and especially just like we don't know if Idgen is like weird
If,
with, like,
in on
with
this,
Heidi, and yeah, so.
Yeah. Cool.
I clench my fist even tighter. No one
All right.
can.
So you approach him, and he just kind of like watches you all as you approach. How did your mission go? Thought your friend came back a little earlier, looking a bit rough.
Oh yes, it was very interesting. More mishaps are afoot. A monster made of mishap energy and crack in the ground, just like I would imagine is at the tower and at Lakeside.
See, it's definitely concerning.
Would you be aware of anyone that would be kind of the proper person to get a hold of this, or would want to investigate it, lock it off, etc.? Actually, the same people that probably looked out to the wizard's house.
I could pass along word.
That'd be appreciated. To who would you pass along the word to?
The local people who are in charge of watching that.
Oh wait, who would that be? Is that someone in the area or someone more in the vicinity of a larger portion of cities?
There are various people who move through the area and come to investigate the rift by the wizard's tower and pass it along to them.
Would this fall under the watchlight?
They are some of those who come.
Is there other names for the groups then? Just so we would know in the future. We seem to be running into this, so it might be good to know if one
It's
another.
not so much groups that come, but individuals from places of study, representatives of leaders, those who are given permission to investigate it.
Do you know any notable names, just in case we would know of them?
Notable names.
Yes, of people that have invested.
It's been an assortment, and I don't usually interact with them.
I see. Well, yes, passing the word along would be lovely. We've boarded it off for now, but I'm not sure if it'll spread or what. Well,
Very interesting, though. A second rift. Yeah.
it's a bit alarming that it's closed. One.
It is certainly alarming. What happened before this rift was created?
Can I just? I'm not suspicious of him with this conversation, but like, how in
His
tune,
mood.
I guess, does he look like? Yeah, what's his mood?
Are you just gonna do your
I
passive?
do too.
Like, is that what you're asking for, or like, are you suspicious and you're trying to read him?
I'm not suspicious, but I'm just trying to read him. Like, does he seem? Because he's seemed a little checked out before. So like, does he seem like really checked out type?
Go ahead. Roll
Or is he
insight.
just kind of making conversation?
You may roll insight.
Wow, this is like the third 6 I've rolled. 7!
Cool.
Wait, can I too, or is that not? Because I was gonna try and see like what his
Yes, you
his
want
line
to.
of question was. Sorry. Oh, I got a nat 20. Just 20.
Just 20? Okay. He definitely appears to be very, at least kind of interested in the local events going on. But again, he looks very hard to read, even to you, Winnie. And he's kind of keeping his emotions back in a lot of ways.
Sorry. There were like I'm trying not to say zombie sheep. That's all that can come to mind. There were some sheep who I think the farmer said had died, and they were walking around like undead, I guess. And then
we were missing.
they were missing first.
Yeah. So we
Well,
don't
there
know
was-
if they
he said
died or
died.
not.
Well, he said it looked like the ones that had died. Sorry, I'd
Well-
character really fast. He said,
Oh no!
Did the farmer say
So the bite marks of the corrupted sheep looked like the bite marks on the dead sheep.
Yeah.
So he was thinking those corrupted
Oh.
sheep killed
The corrupted
sheep.
sheep may have killed
I thought.
the
I'm
sheep.
sorry. I'm sorry. I was gonna say, I'm like, how do you know from the teeth? I thought he was saying that those sheep, they were the dead sheep. That he like recognized something about them as the sheep who'd been killed.
No,
But then I guess
no.
their bodies. Okay, yeah, all right. Sorry.
Yeah. So we think
Got
they're alive as far as we can tell.
Got it. Okay, never mind. Scratch. I'm sorry. That was player hella confused. Scratch. I said that. So I'll just be like, there were sheep that the farmer had missing, but they looked wrong. Like there's something really wrong with them. Like they looked weird. And so when we approached them, then this like thing came out of the ground. No, I think I'm not doing a good job explaining, but that's kind of all.
The sheep reminded us a bit the strange way that animals have morphed in the woods outside. And when the sheep attacked us and we slayed one, that was the moment when crack formed in the ground. This creature leapt out. It was unlike anything I've ever seen or even heard of.
This is quite interesting.
Yeah, it was weird.
Well.
After, I'm sorry, I don't know if you want my statement, but after we say all this, like, what does he look like? He's just still kind of blank, or does he look interested in what we're saying?
I mean, he is clearly like interested in what you're saying, but it's just hard to read like his intentions behind his interest.
Okay, couldn't tell if he was like, oh, okay.
No, he's not like, okay, get out of here. Like, I'm sick of you guys. No, he's having a conversation with you and looks interested.
Okay.
But.
And you said you didn't know what happened with the wizard when that same thing happened.
As far as I know, just one day, tower exploded. And that's when the rift was formed. Don't have many other details.
Sorry, did I miss anything? I had to go to the bathroom real quick.
No,
we
we're
were
just
talking about the
explaining.
tower.
Well, we're just explaining what happened today and comparing to actually what happened.
If you're looking
Did
for
you say
more
you-
information about that, or you got a question?
I was just wondering if you knew him, the wizard.
I mean, he was a local. I knew of him. But if you are looking for more information, I would suggest trying to ask those who are located at the rift now. Or you could try to track down some of the individuals who used to work for him.
Oh. He employed others, not... Did anyone else perish, or was it only him?
As far as I know, it was only him, but he had a group of people who were sort of his guard to keep him safe. I believe they went out and became monster hunters.
What were their names?
think that they go by the name Exterminators.
Ah, we did encounter them.
That bean boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the beans on. Oh yeah, okay. He's a good guy. I liked him.
Oh, you've encountered them before.
We did on the road. Near Lakeside. They're very skilled. So they guarded him. Do you know how long?
They were there for a while.
They did say their recent work had dried up and they had to take to new employment.
I guess if you call your boss blowing himself up, drying up, then yes, that's what happened.
I would.
Was there any suspicions about how he died, or was it entirely them?
He was alone. So those three were not near the tower at the time.
Why would a wizard like him need such skilled guards? Like, they were very skilled. 3 of them. That must have been expensive.
He was one of the foremost inventors of magic in the area.
What?
He was trying to fix things. He was pushing the boundaries of magic, studying, creating spells, messing with things maybe he shouldn't have.
Sorry, did you tell us his name already?
The wizard?
Yes.
Henrik Stevens.
Hudrick.
Henrik Stevens.
Drip.
Henrik. It's
Hunric.
Huneric.
Not even close to what I had. Okay. Hudrick.
Henrik
Gotcha.
Stevens. Yes.
Stevens Point. Alright. Gotcha. Alright.
So, did anything happen beforehand that was a little questionable if you said he was pushing boundaries and things like that?
Most things he kept in his tower. If he ever had issues, he had people who would guard him, keep him safe. Be there to heal him if he hurt himself.
Even we had guards that should have been able to protect us. Where we were at, you study hard to find scrolls, artifacts that are rare, gemstones. These things are valuable when you deal with high level magic.
True.
Yes, Bron did tell me you were part of a group up north. The followers of Acheron, if I'm correct.
Your knowledge does well for you. Yes, sir. Formerly. They're no more. So there have been rumored to be a few survivors alongside me coming through here.
You've heard rumors of survival, and you are here, not seeking it out.
None of them are family. And I just recently learned. Though one of them I am seeking out. I just don't know where to look.
Who are you seeking?
I had a good friend there that I know survived. Her name was Kendra. She was a fire genasi. I know that shoot, why am I blanking? It was Braun and Japnot?
Japnot, yep.
Not.
Braun and Japnot seem to have had some business with her. I don't know in what capacity, and they seem to be quite protective, so I wasn't able to get any contact information, but they did say they'd pass along that I was looking for her, and I don't know. I figured she'll find me if she wants. Insight check on him. Is there any sort of like
Go ahead.
changes to recognition of it?
Make a
I
roll.
don't, or even it doesn't have to be a roll unless you want it.
Yeah, you're rolling insight. You got roll for.
But. Just meaning like, sorry, I didn't mean to like command the roll, but I was just. He's also wondering if Mary's Kendra. He's been thinking that in his mind for a little bit.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I want to look at the room too and see if anyone looks like they're listening.
Okay.
On
our insight as well.
I think I'll save my roll. I only got a 6, so he's not gonna.
11.
Okay.
Can I try to, or is it am I not allowed?
Do you have a reason to? Do you have a reason to? Or
Just because I was watching, I don't know. I wanted to see what his. I don't know. I was watching him, and when she heard that he was like, oh yeah, you're part of this. To me, it seemed like I guess I would be looking to see if he was like either with the group or very, very against the group. So I could tell how his like mood was like going with that. I got a 2, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyway.
All right.
But that's what I was.
We're all like
thinking,
trying to blink through the smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like either he like, cause like my thought is like either for them, like, oh, he's trying to test like Dav, or if he's like, they're bad news, he might be an enemy, that kind of thing. So that was kind of what I was picking up from him, I guess. But
his continued just kind of blank emotions persist as you guys all study him. Eleonora, you're watching the room. There's not really any reaction that you noticed to anything either. But Idgin just kind of looks at you, and your friend was a survivor of this group.
She had been staying with us at the time, yeah. Well, I assumed she was a part of our group, but I don't really know. Kind of hard to tell these days, looking back. But she meant a lot to me, and also looking to potentially see if she might be able to teach me some of her skills she knew at the time. She was a bit of a blade singer herself, and that's a practice I've been trying to find someone to be a mentor for. I've heard there's someone in Hollowtide that I might be tracking down, but it would save some time if I could track her down.
And these two would not tell you where she was?
No, they had their own things going on. I think they wanted to check in with her first, I'm guessing.
Interesting.
I get it. I've always been one solitude on the road, so I wanted to trust everyone right off the bat anyway.
I mean, are you a trustworthy group?
Go ask Milo, I'd say so.
He just kind of looks at you and Eleanor and Winnie too.
Yeah, I mostly was like seeing what Dav seemed to him. If there's kind of a silence after, she'll just say, I would say we strive to do all of our business with integrity. At least that's how I've always tried to live my life.
I mean, what's the point of if we want to build relationships and help people, then what's the point of doing that if we're not being fair?
There's enough chaos in this world, don't think we need to add more to it.
Plus, I feel really bad if I were not very nice to them. So.
Well, you all seem
what they said.
Like kind enough people. Helping Milo. How much did you charge, Milo? I'm curious since you asked me.
I think I'm gonna look at Eleanor for this one. 'cause
I
I'm
know.
like,
I was, dang it. What?
I think Dav will assist her, seeing her hesitate just for a second, and be like, well, there were back and forth, but go ahead and tell him what we first presented him.
Well, we guessed a bit and taggled a bit down to, what did we say, 30. He had a ring he offered. And we discovered it was a little more worth it than what he thought, so we came to a better agreement. I think that will benefit all of us.
A ring, you say?
Yes. She almost looks at the group almost like apologetically, but she's kind of operating on instinct.
No, I feel like Winnie cannot tell socially what she's supposed to say, or she's kind of like looking back and forth, unsure of how to proceed forward.
Dav will just give like a slight nod of like, I'm on you with this. See if it's someone to win him over.
It looks like it's a ring that we could potentially sell it for a bigger sum. We told him that we'd bring him back more on what we sold.
What
Especially,
kind of ring is it?
A pretty one.
From our glance, we think it's a ring of swimming.
Gold.
Fascinating.
So we did tell him about it. He wanted to. He seemed very unconcerned. The fact that he had an expensive magic item in his house, but we tried to work him up a little bit, so. Now I intend to do, if I can, do more for him in other areas to pay him back. If he will accept full amount of gold must be worth. Minus our job, of course.
Of course.
I think at the end of the day, what we strive for is a win-win-win situation. Win for us, win for them, and a win that keeps us all safe from mishaps.
Well, you two seem like quite the group then.
Okay. Is it? I know it's maybe too many times, but can I answer?
I know. I was like, what is he thinking? It's really hard. I know.
Yeah, go for it.
Is that okay? Some like, is he giving us "I want to rob you" vibes, or is he giving us like a,
Yeah.
I got a
things were
3,
cool.
so
Okay.
I have no idea.
got a 13.
13, okay. Yeah, hard to read still.
Mhm.
Love it. I don't want to uncover who he is whatsoever. I just want him to stay this enigmatic.
We're just like, everything he says, we're like, huh?
Yeah.
So, we'll see what we can do. He seems like a very honest man, and I don't want him to buy any of this. Whatever we can do to help.
Do you have any contacts here? We didn't think there'd be too many artifact buyers here. We'd probably have to go out of town, but if you know of anyone that might be interested, you get gold to them a lot quicker.
In purchasing the ring? You could perhaps take it off your hands?
That smiled a little bit, wondering if that might have been the answer.
Oh. It's interesting. How much would you want to pay for?
How much are you asking for?
Well, Winifred, I think you were the one that did just remember the price point.
Remembering something I read in a book about negotiations.
Well, no, what did you think it was worth at the end?
I thought it was worth, I would say, I don't know, maybe like 400 gold.
400.
I don't know, that's what it seems. If you 300 or 400, somewhere around there.
So you're highballing it. I'm just saying, like, you as a player are highballing it now.
Well, because you said at least a few hundred, right? That's what I thought.
I think I said
was, like,
200 to
middle
300.
grounding it.
I think I said 200 to 300, but
Oh, I think you said at least a few hundred, like at least. And so I was like, oh, I was thinking that just so I'm,
yeah.
because I don't want to highball it that much, but I also don't want to like completely be like, oh yeah, 200 bucks, you know. So I guess maybe I'll say 3 then. So scratch that. So I guess my understanding was that it was 3. Then I'll do 3 then, because that was
Okay.
300.
He looks at you.
And I'll show it to him too, just so he can see it like on my hand.
Yeah, he like looks down at your hand as you bring it up. It's a very nice ring.
Told you it's pretty.
You want to sell it rather than keep it?
I mean, it depends on if we feel like we can use it, I suppose. What do you think, Winifred? I think you would be the...
Well, there was that job in Lakeside that had to do with swimming.
Remind me again, is this a walking on water, or is this just a giving a swim speed?
It's a swim speed.
It's swim speed. Can I say it? I don't know if I can. Yeah. We have.
Yeah, identifying it, you can say it's 40 feet. Swim speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 feet of while wearing. To be swimming faster. We didn't know if we wanted. We thought we wanted to sell it maybe like after we used it for a job in Lakeside, but yeah, we don't know if we will or not. So
I think selling or even potentially a right trade would probably be our goal. But we do have people we have debt to sell gold for, so we are looking to gain some gold pretty quickly here.
I can give you 250 for it.
I'll look at you guys, I guess, and be like, do we want to sell it right now, or do we want to use it first? Sure.
How long-standing is that offer, Idkin?
If you want to wait, yes, we can wait. But I may have less need of it when you come back.
Do you have need of it now, or maybe a party to aid with you?
I may acquire a ring of swimming by the time you come back, and it's meaningless to me.
That's also fair.
It's your choice.
You wouldn't already know of this Kindra, would you? I don't know a way to contact her. Might change the price if you're able to add that information in.
You seem very intent on finding this woman.
We were dating, and she was a lot of answers on what happened that day. I mean her no harm, but I am seeking answers.
Give me a persuasion roll.
This might be where the advantage comes in. Yeah, I'm gonna use my advantage.
All right.
18?
18.
This doesn't have much charisma. Or they even want to need him.
I feel like as I'm watching this, I would even say Davril's been very trustworthy and usually says what he means. So I would keep him, traveling with him for a bit.
I can probably even see a bit of like a shocked look on him, like he wasn't expecting Eleanor to say something so nice about him.
You watch as he looks over in the direction of Mary. He just gives
I knew it.
just gives
I
like
knew
a quick like head nod. And at this point, Mary gets up and walks over to the other patron who's like sitting there, and they look kind of confused. There's like an interchange, and then the person gets up and leaves, and Mary follows them behind and kind of like locks the door. And goes and begins to walk back to the seat she was in.
Are you saying, oh, so Mary kicked out the other people, locked the door,
And then
went
she locked the door and she's back.
Yeah,
in.
so there's like
Okay.
one other person, and then Mary like goes back,
Gotcha.
and Idkin just kind of looks. Let's have a seat over at this table. Not the one with Mary. It's a whole separate table, by the way, too. And he'll lead you
I
over
just
there.
kind of smiles,
Interesting.
and I'm wondering, kind of happy that his negotiation tactics work.
I am persuasive. Words do work.
I mean, he is like, I got 36 gold. I'm willing to go all in to give it to the group to have it reduced from the price just to get some information from him. That's all I got.
I don't know if you saw my Eleanor's side eye as he said that. She's just like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't say the 36 out loud, but
Oh no,
What
I
were you
mean
saying
like
about
when
earlier?
he was saying
bringing the price
bartering.
down, yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
yeah. And he's like, oh, he'll make it a group.
He'll motion over to the
So-
table.
So Edgin's bringing us to another table or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, rather than just talking at the bar.
Sure.
Much appreciated.
And he'll go and join you at the table. He sits in a position where like his back is to Mary, and you guys are all kind of like facing that direction. So you guys are kind of pinned to the wall almost in this seating
Yeah.
arrangement. But we'll pick up with that after our break.
Yeah.
Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back after our quick break to just kind of refresh ourselves, and we will continue with the second half and whatever this intense Dragonborn is gonna start talking to this party about. So we'll see you all
This is fun.
soon. All right, friends, we're back and ready to get into our second half here as Idgin has taken 3 of the party members to go sit at a table and discuss in a now closed down tavern. And we'll see what comes up from this. But
Dav will like showingly take off his shield and like place it on the floor, like between the place like where you sit, so you can't even reach it. Like that kind of like a show of like nothing's happening. I'm disarming. Like you're good. That kind of thing. So he's not gonna attempt to take off his gauntlets because that would have to be his entire armor set.
so Idgin just kind of watches you as you do this. Well, as you may be able to tell, I do know Kendra.
Welcome surprise, then. I picked up on that Mary wasn't Mary last night.
Just kind of looks back. So, you've been seeking Kendra out to resolve something that happened years ago.
And potentially learn something going forward. We'll glance over to her. You're a blade singer, right? You see him actually tapping the table too. Like he's trying to keep cool as much as he can, but I think Eleanor, even Kendra, could pick up on like his Vinny.
Idgin kind of like reaches his hand kind of closer to you and taps the table, like leaning in towards you, Dab. You're talking to me. He'll move his hand back.
Seem to be quite protective. I'm glad she's found good community, I guess.
What do you want to say to Kendra?
Kind of looks around to the others. Didn't mean to take over the negotiations on the ring or anything.
I think that's another matter, Davril. You just
All right.
say what you need to say.
And the girl is like now arms crossed, just like watching the situation.
Thought about this day for a while, but I never did really figure out what I wanted to say this whole time. I loved you. I'm glad you're safe. And you seem like staring at the table because he's trying not to stare at her. I am angry or confused because I don't know how much you're involved or not. You seem to know what was happening before. I don't know if you knew what happened to my brother, what happened to me after. But that's the past. If you have answers you'd like to be able to help fill in the blanks, I'd love to hear them. I'm sure you had your own reasons. I don't really care either way what they are now, except for the closure for my family. So I'm not really angry or anything at you. But the person I am now is striving to learn how to get to the next level. And I think that path takes me to blade singing, something I knew you knew, and see him like having a memory, and then kind of deciding not to say anything about what he's thinking about. But yeah, just want to know why you took that stone, what it mattered to you, why you couldn't have cleared out my family first.
It again just sort of looks at you. Your family all died in the attack.
My brother was kicked right in front of me, and I was sent flying into a house where I suffered this wound. That's why I talk like this now. Couldn't save anybody. Didn't think anybody survived till just recently. Only heard within the past few weeks that Kindra and the 2 leaders survived.
I'm sorry to hear about your family. I'm sure that was horrible to witness.
Were you involved? Do you know her back then?
I did. But I did not kill your family.
No. Monsters did. Were you part of the reason why she took that stone?
I am.
Why? What was it to you?
I believe that is my business.
Yeah. But don't pretend to say you didn't kill my family then. Not that I directly blame you, but if you wanted that stone and if you were involved, then you were indirectly involved with killing my family as well. Unless you have answers for me that I don't already have.
I only have details that I heard from Kindra.
Like that she was able to move through the monsters and even glanced up to one. As if either controlling or walking through unscathed.
How much do you know about this group you were a part of? What is your thoughts on them?
Doesn't matter.
Very much
I
so.
don't care. They're gone.
But they're not. You sit before me. You've said you've seen others.
Followers of Akrol, we were just a commune, a place of study for magic. Some felt extreme, but we were willing to sacrifice even physical attributes to gain more insight, supposedly. Never did work out for me, but I spent my days studying scrolls and magic and theories, trying to gain more insight into helping just advance knowledge. What they did above me, I don't know. I honestly don't care. Unless they're doing more now.
You had an eye removed for this Akaral. Who even is Akaral? Do you know?
Not really. A deity somewhere up there, supposedly willing to give knowledge, insight, but until recently, and he kind of does a slight flicker over to Eleanor, but just for her, no one else to really pick up on. I didn't really believe deities or gods mattered anymore.
And did that change from another point in time? Or have you always felt that way?
They weren't there to save me or my family. Akral didn't do anything. Dalmine didn't do anything. None of the other gods stepped in. So yeah, I am more than willing for the chase of more power to stop monsters like this, or to defeat bad things. I don't care how extreme I need to go. That's my choice. I do that to myself to gain power. I don't kill others for it.
Seem to want to blame a lot of people for what happened to you.
Looks over at Eleanor. She couldn't say anything.
I think the question of who is Akral is certainly a question that needs answering. I don't think it's one that, as Davril and the rest of us have spoken, will become more and more of a thought. Akral, a myth made up? Is it a being that helps, or is it a being that is dangerous to everyone he encounters? So if you have information about who that is to shield from potential disaster, it'd certainly be helpful.
But I'm not paying for that question. I'm just paying for Kendra's questions. But I'd be more than happy to discuss the Akral side as well.
Well, I would hope that if this Akral is indeed dangerous, it wouldn't be a question of payment so much as it is, I want to say.
If Akral is dangerous, we'll take him down.
Don't even know who you were following.
I was born into it. That's all I know.
So because of your unwavering loyalty to something you do not understand, you expect me to feel a certain way about you.
I don't care how you feel about me. I'm not expecting you to care one way or the other. You can judge me for my actions, but I don't expect my past to change how you feel about me. I'm asking for facts of what happened. You apparently know of them.
The reason why your family and those who were with you in that group perished that day is because the leaders of your group were trying to bring Acheral to our world.
With that stone?
I do not know all the details of their plan, but I do know that the creatures that attacked your commune had an item that they needed. And when they learned that it was to be taken from them, they attacked.
You're saying they attacked because an item was going to be stolen. Even though
Right.
we're not the ones stealing it from them.
Your people were going to steal an item. Maybe not you.
So you're saying the creatures that attacked his commune preemptively struck because they were going to take something from them?
My understanding of what happened that day is Kindra was aware of their plan to steal the item. She warned them, and they were enraged. There was nothing she could do. But she had a mission, and she fulfilled that mission.
How'd she get through the monsters? Saw them look at her, let her through.
Perhaps her
She was one
warning
of
them
us.
was enough to get her a pass.
And then why take the stone?
Again, that is not your concern.
She still had something to gain. I know this wasn't just a cover for that gain. It's a good story, and I'm willing to believe it, but something doesn't add up yet.
She took that stone because I asked her to.
So you were not necessarily planning an attack, it was more of an accident. I suspect you wanted the mission to be more covert than what you originally intended.
In how quickly everything devolved, she needed to act quick and seize the opportunity. The intention was for her to be there longer, uncover more.
were you
What?
afraid of? Sorry, I thought you
No,
were.
go for it. No,
processing.
Eleanor, go for it. Because yeah, he
Um,
is more processing it.
Yeah, I that's why I've kind of been asking a few things. I think she keeps looking at him and be like, okay, maybe I could kind of keep this. Were you afraid of what they were doing? What they were trying to do?
Have you ever heard of Acheral? Outside of what
No.
he has told you?
No.
You go look through any book, you will not find information about Acheral. At least none that I have seen. I do not have any interest in an individual like that being brought here.
Like, you worried they erased traces of presence, or that they've just been so secret this whole time, or long lost knowledge, or I'm not quite sure what you're getting at.
Or this Acheral is not who he claims to be.
I'm sorry, had I heard of, since I came from a different plane, had I heard anything about Acheral or
Nope.
nothing? Okay. Didn't think so.
There are plenty of things unknown to people. They're not all bad. What if we had good intentions?
Not a risk I'm willing to take.
So who are you, then? Did you send Kendra there in the first place?
I did.
And it's up to you to play God on what happens where and who does what in the world?
Anybody who makes a decision, you could say that about.
The first question was, are you her boss?
Yes.
Has she worked for you for a long time? For like a long time though? Like, have you just always been her boss?
Yes.
His eyes go over to Mary again. And you keep her safe?
Of course I do.
I see any sort of reaction from Mary of like, she's not here willingly type of thing.
Go ahead and roll an insight roll.
Does he feel like he knows her well enough to get advantage?
Nope.
Probably not. Probably closer to disadvantage these days. That's an 8.
Yeah, she's just sitting there, arms crossed, just kind of watching this whole thing.
How does Dav look, by the way? Does he look like angry, or does he look like he's just processing?
Probably processing. I think you know Dav well enough that there's like moments of like, he's not angry, but there's like moments of indignation where he's like kind of wanting to lash out, but knowing, well, not to, and this is not the place for it.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to restrain himself for reasons of just like, he doesn't know either way if this guy's right or wrong.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of processing. There's both sides of like, you can tell he's both like believing him and tossing him off like, whatever, this guy's a fool. But there's a lot of restraint that you probably haven't seen in him in a while.
Okay.
And many other things he's willing to just be cavalier about, and he's not doing that here.
Yeah, he's clearly being careful. I'll even like I'll even look at kind of between like Davril and Idgen and then just say to Idgen, so nothing good can come of alcohol. I mean, there must have been some cause or a tangible worry that you must have had to act in such a way. I mean, what are you afraid of truly?
You have a being who claims to be a god, but there's no record of this being. Does that sound trustworthy to you?
Every record had its first page.
You sound so devout.
Guess I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yes, I was trying to figure that out, Javril, because I think in many of our discussions with even
I could
others.
care less about Akrol. You know that.
Yes. Well, truly, I mean, some of the things we've talked about recently seems more concerning more and more. Correct? And I kind of like give him a look. When I say recently.
Right.
So
If you are seeking revenge, the beasts are out
For
there
what?
who did this.
That you guys allowed in without warning anyone else.
Or if
Sure.
you see us
Aye,
as
there's-
the beast, we can finish this right here and right now if you so choose.
I don't care for revenge. What happened 6 years ago happened 6 years ago. I want closure. I want answers, and you're giving them. I'm trying to decide if they're perspective based or not, and I believe you did what you thought was right, but for all the good that you're seeking that we do, I just a little surprised at your cavalierness over the death of an entire people, whether you seek them to be bad or not. I think it was only the leaders that knew about this. Because I was in. I knew nothing. My brother had an eye. I think my father did. I can't remember if my father did or not. I didn't know anything about this. And everyone else there was families. People that grew up there, living it all to support. They were innocent, at least in their own eyes. We weren't killing other people, we weren't hurting anyone else. That's why I hate the word cult. Depends on what side you're on, or how you see it. But regardless, again, I don't care for revenge. Because clearly, you've made it apparent that you only were waiting to see that we were good people before talking to us. So that goes a long way to saying you're either wanting good or thinking we're someone that's I don't know, that at least you can trust enough. So I give you respect for that. I appreciate everything you've done for us. Opening up here. So no, I don't care for revenge. It's not what I want. That's why I haven't returned. So you're saying you sent her out of whatever reasons you had, curiosities, concerns, and you dictated that that stone should be released from their care. And that Kindra here found out too late about our attack on these creatures, or our theft, and they were attacking. That the least she could do was hide me away up in a cave to protect me. Not warn anyone else, but steal this stone for you. Am I missing anything?
I do not want you to think that I take lightly what happened that day. If it could have happened in a different way, certainly would have wanted that. But there was no time. Any other panic that was created of the incoming attack would have risked the opportunity to retrieve that stone. I think you should be grateful you have your life. Truly shows how much she cares for you.
So that stone was worth all the people that died that day to you?
That
That's what you're
stone
saying.
Is worth preventing potentially many more.
I believe that it's tied to Akron's summoning in some way.
Whatever their plan was, I don't want to see it here.
Well, they're alive. Both of them.
As you told me.
Miltrix, Redney. So if they were going to do that once, they're going to do it again.
And they may try. They don't have their stone.
Are you worried about any attempts?
I will see about looking into it. You are a group of monster hunters. Maybe I could employ you.
I just kind of look over at Dav. I'm not like agreeing to anything at the moment, just because.
What exactly are we talking about? Someone cut out. I'm kind of lost in translation.
Oh, I asked. Was he worried that people would take the stone again?
Oh, okay.
And so then he said, maybe I can employ monster hunters to protect it, essentially.
Well, I took that as more, are you worried that the group that's out there may try to do something still?
Oh, okay.
So,
gotcha.
That's what I thought I heard you say, but...
Okay.
We're monster hunters, not assassinators.
People could be monsters too.
Well, it does make me wonder how many misled. Would it even stand to reason that those that even knew that they were summoning Akrol might not have understood what they were doing?
And what if Akrol was some good deity or person willing to help, and those that stopped whatever could have aided this world? How do we know?
I'd want some proof before I let that through. When you've been around long enough, you don't just take people's words, you look at their actions. Like helping a lowly farmer who has nothing else to give.
You truly believe that attack couldn't have been avoided?
Not with the resources that were available to Kendra.
Because she was alone, you're saying.
Yes.
Why not ask for aid? Why not get others to help watch lights? Strastrom, anybody.
By the time she would have gotten to them, everyone would have been dead. You people are very remote, as you're aware.
And all this is coming from you. I don't even know if that's Kendra.
Looks back. Her? That is not Kendra.
And who is that?
She's one of my employees.
How many employees do you have?
I think that is insider information.
You're very secretive. Is this like your own cult, your own group, that organization that stops others? Like, I'm having a hard time understanding. With all due respect, I'm just trying to process what's happening here. I have no reason not to believe you yet, but I also, you're a bartender. That's all I know. That knows Heidi. Obviously, you have a bigger connection than that and a bigger network, but we don't know anything of it.
But there is something clearly that's going on with Braun, Japnot, Heidi, you, Kendra.
Magic items that they were carrying in their cart. People disguised.
How dirty do you want your hands to get?
Heidi trusted us with you.
What do you mean by that?
If you want inside the circle, you need to be inside the circle.
Very trusting. So if we find out the circle is foul and needs to be cleansed, you know that's something we would do. Sorry, it's maybe a little dramatic.
Sometimes Davriel uses very strong language. No one is being cleansed today, Edgin. But
An abstract threat, not a direct one, I apologize.
Should choose your words more carefree, Davril.
I believe that's something you would say to me as well. If I came in and started to be a foul person and a poison to your circle, you would take me out with no thought, right?
You have the means to back up your words.
Are you a good person or not? Is this a good group?
well, this is what I'm concerned with. Is this something that?
How about this? Because you obviously aren't going to tell us anything unless we're in. Are you for self-gain or for the better of the people?
As I've told you, I did what I did that day. Or Kendra did what she did. To protect.
Well, I want answers. I can't speak for the two of them, but I'm in.
When you say dirty hands, what kind? I mean, like, talking like just illegal things? Are we talking like hurting people? What do you mean? What do you mean?
We work in the shadows. We do things that certain people may not see as the most moral, but sometimes that's what needs to be done. Sometimes it's better for
You don't,
things to disappear without anybody being aware of it.
You don't like hurt people or anything, right? Like, or try to, I guess. I mean, I know you this whole I get like that mission, but the stuff you asked us to do, it'd be like, I mean,
Depends if they deserve to be hurt or not.
Eleanor looks like she's thinking a lot, kind of going back and forth. How widespread are you? Are you all across? Are you just in this area, or are you across different locations?
That's fine.
I'm not trying to find out specific locations, but this
Why do
your
you
answer
ask?
is so. Because I want to know if you are involved anywhere near Shadow Rock. Or the Barrens in general.
Miss Eleanor Edivane, heiress of the Edivane Mines, wanting to get her spot back at the top.
I wondered if you would recognize me. You see.
I know who all of you are.
Clearly.
Winnie. Oh, really?
so you guys have like names and things. I'm so random. I got nothing. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna ask you like what? I mean, what do you have? I mean, what do you know about me?
I know your parents. I know their positions at the school. I know that you were involved in the death of a student.
Yeah.
Why the interest? Hide.
What did you say? Cut out.
So you're cutting out.
Dang it! I adjust my mic and look what happens. So annoying. Anyway, I just said why the interest is because we were working.
You are asking about a member of my team. You either a threat or an ally.
Well, we were neutral before.
But my question still stands. Do you have people in Shadow Rock on you?
We do not have anybody in Shadow Rock.
The Barrens in general?
Currently, no.
What? Not to. I guess what would be a. I know we would get secrets, I guess, for like circle things, but do you like provide leads and resources and things like that to your team? Would we get some help, I guess, with certain things?
There are certain connections that you will be able to access. You work with me.
What sort of enemies would we make? We're talking governmental, are we talking organizations?
I think there could be many enemies you make. Depends on how skilled you may be in a certain job. Leave no trace, or have a whole village wiped out.
Are you proposing to hire us then? At first I thought you were just giving us information. What is your proposal? Maybe you should lay it out for us.
If you are interested in working with me, I can provide work. I can provide leads. I can give you access to the network of resources I have. But again,
Would we
if you
still be
decide to be in, you are in.
Would we still be working for Heidi too? Is she in on this, or would we be switching employers?
I'm sure we could have a discussion with her and work it out that you would still be working with her.
Be aware of your network.
Somewhat, yes.
Is she aware of what happened to me?
I don't believe she is. Heidi and I go back ways.
Are you all a Monster Hunter team yourselves?
Is that what you called it? Yes. Monster Hunter.
Was it something else?
What would you call it?
Problem solvers.
What sort of problems are around during the Shadow? Before the Shadow, I should say.
Many people dabbling in magics that were corrupting. Those who seek their own gain. Those who try to summon beings that should not be brought among mortals. Who would just have been
Surely, was it not that widespread? Was there much of it?
You open up a world that is plentiful with magic potential. You are going to get those who seek their own goals. Servants of beings that should have no access to that type of power. There are many deep evils that have resided in this land.
Have I heard about any of that, like, before? Would this be, like, news to me?
Roll me a history roll.
Okay. Because, like, I'm almost playing it like
well?
she wouldn't know, but I wanted to make sure.
Can I as well? Because I'd be curious if I'd heard of anything. Especially
You can
My dad
roll
and stuff like that.
history with disadvantage.
okay.
I got a dirty 20.
30-20. Okay. You would have heard of some
Um,
stories along, like, of some evil people for sure. But maybe not as deep as what he's describing.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 14. So
Okay.
probably.
You probably would have heard of, like, small things when nothing like as deep as what he sounds like. But you were kind of sheltered too.
Okay.
Dad just assumes if there's communities like him, there's more out there,
Yeah.
and whether they're good or bad. It's all about perspective for him, but he just figures there's more people out there playing with magic, and I mean that's how he views the Four Wizards in the first place.
Interesting. I mean, I heard of some things happening, but I don't think I would have suspected it would have been as much as you're saying.
What about this pink lightning cracks? Do you believe that has anything to do with any of your threats?
It may be related to something. We are uncertain at this point. This does seem to be an area of interest to you, though.
Very much so.
Even more value for you to be joining me.
Well, we also have a member who's upstairs.
I was about to say that. I don't think she would be happy if we made a decision without her.
Of course. You may discuss this with her before coming to a decision.
I did have one question, though. If we find in the future that our partnership is not effective, it's parting ways amicably. Something that is an option.
As long as we have no issue still between us.
It's very good to know.
Guessing you wouldn't let me, even if she was here, speak with Kendra before making my decision, would you?
There is no way to get to her at this current time. And I would not reveal her location.
Understood. Just trying to hear her side of things, why she joined in the first place. Might have swayed me.
This is your choice to make, Davril.
Just like you, don't like making many decisions without knowing the information.
Well,
Why did you start this in the first place?
to protect.
Ooh.
Those who needed it.
Do you have something more personable? I don't mean to be disrespectful in that. Everyone has a purpose for doing something, and something this large and life. I don't know what the word is. You staked a lot into this. You must have something personal that you want to protect or lost to prevent happening again. And if you don't wish to divulge, that's fine, but I was just curious if that's something you would open up about to help us with our decision making.
I'm just somebody who brought people together to prevent worse things from happening.
Having such a hard time reading him.
Well, is there any other information you would want to impart to us for us to think on?
My one pitch to you is you can work alongside someone like me. Could potentially send you to places that matter and make a difference. Where you can wander from town to town, looking at boards, asking for help. Both have their value. One is direct, one is indirect. your choice on what group you want to be.
Do you not mind the reputation of a man who once worshipped Acheral and someone that is accused of trying to assassinate for power?
Well, if we stay in the shadows and protect people, I don't think our reputation matters to him whatsoever.
No, I want to know what he thinks.
If I was concerned, I wouldn't be making this offer.
It's not even a trace. Like a trace of concern. That's what she's saying.
I would be more concerned of the attention that you two may bring upon yourselves, potentially jeopardizing a mission, and who you are as people.
I see. That is certainly a valid concern.
Ugh. Well, that ring negotiation really took a left turn, didn't it? Sorry, just trying to break the ice.
Just
Like looking around.
Eleanor smiled and then it's just like, I don't know.
I'm very nervous.
Well, I think we've heard enough for now. We have to discuss with our fourth. For now, we
Actually,
are a team.
No, I have one more thing. Sorry. This is all new to me. This
Kid.
whole thing. If we decided to help with the jobs that you needed, would there be any resources you could offer me to help with my problem in Shadow Rock? Because there is a problem there, despite what rumors may say. And it could be potentially very dangerous for this world.
I'm sure something can be arranged.
I'm gonna insight him.
Okay.
And I will use advantage just for funsies.
Go for it.
I did roll higher. 16, but it's not a pass.
Okay. Again, this guy is very difficult to read, but as far as you can tell, he is being genuine.
Okay. All right, well, I will think on it.
Of course.
Winnie?
She just kind of looks very like trying to process all this. Very, this is a lot. I especially since I think she feels like she's like kind of just tagging along on this, but it's like I'm in way too deep now.
Yeah.
But also just like, you know my name. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think we should talk to Euphemia, and I think that I'd like to think about it. I've never done anything really that illegal, really, so I don't know. I'm not like you guys. I don't have like a lot of things that, you know, are you've done that's like cool and stuff like that. I just need to think about it.
Winnie. I'm
I'm just-
anything but cool except for the fact that I came from a cold landscape.
Well, you know what I mean. I'd like to just think, if that's okay.
Just want you to know you've done more and are more capable than me and half the people I know.
I don't know if that's true, but thank you.
Well, it is. Anyways. Is that
I would
enough?
assume not every job is disfavorable in the eyes of the public, I would hope.
No, not everything.
would we have the ability to say no to certain things? Like if we didn't, sounds like too much, we're like, we could take some jobs and then we'd say, is that something that you would allow?
We would have to negotiate. But again, if you're in, you're in.
That is a good question. Who is the determiner of morality? Is it all you? Is there a group? Who oversees you?
Should I go vote?
That is sort of the whole point of this, is we are not somebody who is watched by the watchlight or answering to Sostrom. We are our own group. And I would have the final say if we need to have a final say. But
So
most
you
of the
make
time we come together as a group.
So you do listen to others?
Of course.
Is it team by team, or do you have like a main group that makes these decisions? Like, I'm just trying to understand the structure. Would it, like, if we joined, would it just be us four coming to you to make a decision on a problem, and then we go and do it, or do you have, like you said, the entirety of the group that comes together to make this decision?
No, we do not bring everyone together for a decision. But you come to me with a concern, we can plan and decide on action.
So it is just you and the team that makes the decision.
In many cases.
Well, it's much to think on. Appreciate your time, Edgin.
Do you want to continue discussing the ring now, or is this going to be an after the talk negotiation?
He reaches into a pocket and puts some stacks of gold on the table. 250. As discussed. If you want to give it now. Or you can hold on to it, as it may come in handy.
We decide that tomorrow too.
Of course.
Just want to make sure we're talking about everything with Euphemia.
He picks up the stacks and starts putting it back into his pocket. I hope this goes without saying. What was discussed in this group stays here. I don't want it to go a different way.
Minus Euphemia, correct?
Yes, you can speak to her, of course.
Is Heidi aware of all of this, or is she also exempt?
As I mentioned, if we are to move forward, we can bring Heidi into a discussion.
But she's unaware at this time.
I would say she would be aware there is a potential for an offer, if I trust you.
I see.
But
So she's already a bit not suspicious, but in the loop on things.
this can be a discussion for you, and Heidi to be in the know about. But do not get the locals involved, do not get the Watchlight involved, do not get any other officials involved.
Of course.
Certainly.
So, one last thing. I know you said you consider yourself an organization that protected. Is that what you call your network? Not a guild or anything else? kind of curious just how you see the group.
Many could see us as those who operate outside of any sort of authority or outside of any code of values of a deity. Laws posted in a community. We are kind of our own group. But our goal is to keep people safe.
Fair enough. We appreciate the invite, the information. I appreciate the insight. And again, I don't hold any ill will or cares of the past. My family's buried, that village is buried. Hopefully you have good reason to protect that stone. So just know all that is in the past for me.
That is good to hear. You're not being deceitful at all with that, right?
Nah.
Okay.
Not at this time, at least. I mean, he still has answers. Yeah, he still has questions for Kendra, but he's aware that that lies on the inside of this group.
Okay.
He's not. Yeah, he's not a revengeful sort.
Okay.
He'll go to stand up.
That is all. I can resume business for the day.
Thank you for
Thank you.
being so forthright.
Of course. He gets up, kind of gives a slight bow to the three of you, and turns to walk back towards the bar. The individual Mary is just sitting there, arms crossed, just watching y'all.
Mary.
Just nods.
you were my ex for a second.
I love that.
So then who is she? Mhm.
Like, Dab's just giving her puppy dog eyes, like, across the table.
Like, are you okay? You in danger? Call me later, okay?
She's
It's just like
"Who
this
is
big,
this
like
person?"
Goliath who's
Like-
in disguise right now. Like,
Yeah. I feel so awkward.
Just right by that. Alright. You can see why I thought. Okay, anyways.
Just staring you down.
What time is it, by the way?
It's probably mid-afternoon by the time you guys have gotten to this, with all of the stuff you've been doing.
Okay.
Oh, are you going to contact those that need to be in contact for the crack in the lightning?
Again.
Or should we
Oh, it's
reach
good.
out to anyone?
We'll say, yes, you can take care of that.
Thank you.
The rooms are still yours. And
Thank you.
I feel like I'm gonna be like, kind of like start walking towards our rooms. So I'm like, I want to get alone and talk about it because I'm like very I'm freaking out a little bit.
Do you guys want to go on a walk at all, or?
I know. I actually wanted to check out the post office and see
Go check.
any letters forwarded or anything.
I need to walk and think anyways before we all sit down and talk this over.
so you're just checking the post for anything?
Yeah. Specifically, we don't have to role play this out or anything, but I kind of want to get a read on the person that is running the post office, like what type of person they are, if that makes sense.
Okay.
What seems to work with them socially, like to make them like me.
So roll an investigation first.
Investigation. Okay.
Yes.
Can I aid her with this at all?
Can he?
Sure. As you're looking for the post office.
Oh, because we're looking for the post office. Well, I got a 9, so I got a 1 before.
Okay.
Just
I was
wandering
like, I got
around.
a +5. I'm sure you got this, right?
No.
So, at this point in time, there's not a lot of people who are around, and you guys are kind of wandering, and you're not really even sure where the post office
Like
would be.
which it is. Okay.
It's not like a distinct building or anything that you're finding.
Does a passive investigation of 15 help at all?
No.
And there's no one out we can ask.
Yeah, at this time, there's not really anybody to ask. It's pretty.
You think they'd put out a sign or something?
You'd think, but perhaps if everyone lives here, they all know. So you wouldn't need a sign.
Can I try and look for it, I guess, if I'm like kind of coming out of my stupor?
You already had person roll with advantage. We're gonna just stick with that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Where's the
I'm just
nearest
kinda like,
house or building?
I mean, there's a lot of different buildings, but
Go to the nearest one.
okay.
Knock, 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 knock.
Is this a house? Wait, is this a house or like a building? Oh, okay.
I like how to get in front of Deb. Ask about the
Yes,
post office.
Hello?
all right, that's enough. Just one knock.
Go to the next house. There's
Okay.
no one answers. Just keep knocking until someone answers.
One more, and then if not, we'll ask it again or something.
Okay. So Dav's knocking on the door again.
Yeah.
Like he's good. Like it knocks on one door, and then if it doesn't answer, he goes to the next house.
Okay.
That's what he's doing.
I think I'd stop him after house 2, though. Unless he
After
keeps
house
going.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
You'd try and keep going, but
We could
Well,
maybe
if you
you
actually
could
stop him.
convince her for a 3rd, and
All
then
right.
after that.
we'll compromise a 3rd. 3 strikes, we'll go back to the. Want to use them for any more information right now?
Okay. You go 3 houses, get no answer for any of them.
Man,
Well,
long
it's
time
alright.
to think people. Yeah, I guess it's working.
Yes, we can. I don't know. It's a small town. We could probably just pop in and ask Idgin, right?
If you want to.
Yeah. Like we can just ask him quickly.
All right, I'm staying outside.
So I'll just go in and ask him really quick. Where was
Okay.
that supposed to be?
If you need a letter sent, you can head to the general store. Somebody usually comes through every once in a while and picks up letters.
I see. Thank you. So I will come back out of the tavern and be like, general store, that's where it is.
Okay.
Seems that's all encompassed in one shop. How quaint.
Okay.
Then we can go.
You got it. So you find the general store, go inside.
Finally did it. Yes.
There's an individual who's just she's manning the cash register.
Okay. Do you want me to roleplay this or no?
Yeah, if you
'Cause
want to try to connect with her.
Okay, sounds good.
If you're trying to connect with her, you better roleplay this one.
Yeah, I just didn't know how you wanted to do. I didn't want to waste everyone's time for like 20 minutes. Yeah, so I think I would just is there ingredients for like potion making and stuff too around there?
You can give me another investigation roll.
Oh no. I'm like,
Can I try?
Yeah, you
I was like,
guys
can I
do
try
it.
and then I can I was gonna go get stuff for I'll get stuff for Euphemia too.
Are
while
any
you're
of
doing
you proficient with herbalism
Oh, yeah, I guess
kits?
you wouldn't even know what to buy. No.
that? Oh no, never mind.
Okay.
Okay, I guess you wouldn't.
Then you're gonna have some trouble.
Can I do a history memory check to remember what she bought when she bought her stuff when I
No.
was with her?
That's a different thing. That's not history, technically. You need to know herbalism stuff. So
Okay, I thought it was like recall.
Okay, never mind.
history is not necessarily recall, but
That's fair. Or an intellect.
Never mind.
check.
Then we'll just wait for her at this point.
yeah, Roland's there. She just smiles at you as you're perusing the aisles.
Yeah, so I think I would just be looking through things and just be like, Hello, by the way. My name is Eleanor.
Hello, I'm Esther.
It's nice to meet you, Esther. This is a lovely store you have. It seems like you have many things going on here. It's the central hub of town.
Guess you could say that.
And I heard Idkin informed me that you run the post office here.
You call
So-
this post office. We
Do
get
you have
letters here occasionally. We send them out from here. Yeah.
do you do the other ones where they're like the fast ones, the specialty ones, or is it the simply letters?
I mean, when they bring us one, we sometimes have them in stock. I don't have any right now.
I see. Interesting. All right. Actually, that answered my question. I don't really know if I need to talk to her much more.
Okay.
So I think I would just kind of, be like, this is a lovely store, and do a couple small talk things, and then I'd kind of wrap it up with just like, we may be back later. Do you happen to have different herbs and things in stock as well for any potion making or anything like that?
We have some for general healing potions. You need some more specified stuff if you are looking for other types of potions, from what I understand. But we do have a small stock, yes.
All right. We have a friend who may need that in the future, so we wanted to make sure it has all the supplies. So that's perfect. Thank you.
Of course.
I will. Is there anything that might interest me in the store that I buy out as a courtesy?
What type of thing are you looking for?
I don't know. I don't know what it would be in a general store.
I'll look for more like candy or like treats or something, because I feel like I'm almost out probably.
There you go.
Tell you what. If you're looking for things, you can roll me. Each of you can roll me a D100.
Ooh!
Not
This
turning that
sounds
down.
fun.
Okay.
97.
97. Okay.
Wait, how'd you do the... Oh, I'm sorry. How do you do the...
So there's the
97.
one that has the 90, 80, 70
Yeah.
so far. That's like the tens digit. And then the other D10 is the
Oh.
ones digit.
Yeah, okay, you got it. The double zeros is
That's 100.
107.
Oh, then it's just 7. If it's double zeros, that's just
Okay.
7. If it's all zeros, it's 100. But so 7. Okay.
No.
There's a big argument that in the D&D
Yeah.
community. but-
Sorry, I don't.
Well, when the chart goes up to 100, it doesn't have an answer for 0. It's 100. So
Yeah, exactly.
So I got a 7 and a double zero, so I guess that's
7.
7.
Yep.
just 7? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe
That's
lower
usually
numbers
that's kind
good.
of a
we
really
don't know.
good, actually.
Dad,
Yeah,
did you
for
roll?
clerics, that's a great number.
Really? Like a low one?
Yeah.
Oh.
85.
85. Okay. So, Eleonora, you are wandering around, and just like as you're going through, there is a slide whistle that just like stands out to you on one of the shelves. It looks like a nice whistle. It's very shiny, very pristine looking. And Winnie, the item that you find is there's a very thick bone that you find. Like it's not very long, it's kind of short, but it's very thick. Like whatever this was had very dense bones. That's for sale. And Dav, what you find is there is a set of empty vials that are there that look like they're high quality, but they're
Heck yeah. How much are they?
Yeah, how much is the bone?
So, the bone, as you look for it, looks like it's gonna go for 1 gold piece. A single gold
Can I
piece.
go past her? Can I go past her? Like, what? Excuse me. What is this? What's this bone for? Where'd it come from?
Decorative? I don't know.
Okay, I'll buy it.
All right.
Disappointment.
Some kid just ran through the store and just left a bone on the shelf. She's like, well, I'll sell it.
Sure. 1 gold, why not?
I'll take it.
All right.
Well,
Just take your gold.
I'll just be like, I'm gonna see a dog tomorrow.
All right.
Move away.
Plans.
Got to be prepared for my dog meeting. Okay.
So this is a set of 4 vials that'll go for 35 gold.
Does he feel like that's expansive? Or is
Uh,
that normal? Like, do they have a rate? Files?
it might be a little higher than other places. This is a small town. This is a special item. Might be harder to get, but
Yeah.
I think I'll pass on it for now.
all right.
It's a little stingy, but I'll keep it in mind in case Euphemia needs some files.
Okay.
Let her know.
All right.
Yeah. I mean,
You buy
I look
the
at
1
the whistle.
gold
and I was like,
bone.
yeah. Yeah, I don't really feel like she would buy the whistle. She does look at it for a long time and just kind of like,
Wait, actually, can I go over to you and look at the whistle too? And like, look at
And
it.
you weren't, I was. So
Wait, I'm gonna. Are you gonna buy this?
I don't know why I would need it. I mean, it's very charming. It's very cute, but
Well, would you care if I asked how much it was? If I bought it, would you be okay with that?
I'm just holding it whenever it falls.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted dibs on the whistle.
No,
you wanted to buy the whistle.
No,
I don't want to take it from you. Okay. I'll go to the
it
lady.
is all yours, dear.
Like, how much is this whistle as well?
That one, I have it marked for 50 gold.
50? What does it do?
It whistles.
It's a lot of gold for. Okay. I'm gonna put this back, but it's a very nice whistle. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna take 10 minutes. I'm gonna just do the detect magic as he's walking around.
Okay,
See if he picks up on anything in here.
let's roll for
The
that.
whistle is magic.
Yeah, I'm really curious if the whistle's magic.
I wanted to use it, but I'm just not the whistle.
I'll lose
no
one
mishap.
anytime Dab doesn't like anything. He would totally blow the whistle.
Esther's just slowly like getting more weirded out by you 3 just kind of wandering around while Dab's like ritually doing stuff like as he's going through.
Like,
Yeah,
wow.
actually, okay, here's the thing. I'm really sorry to spoil your fun, but I have some things in my head right now. I think as like she watches the weirdness, she kind of like holds Dab's arm a little bit. It's like, this is looking a little weird. Why don't we?
Speak up.
Oh no, dang it! Oh my gosh! Okay. I just said I kind of like grab his arm a little bit, like gently, and just go, this is looking a little weird. This. Socially unacceptable. So let's
Are you trying to make a? Are you trying to do your thing? Are you trying to make connections here?
yes.
Ah. He's literally about to be like, Star, do you care if I see if you got anything magical in here? Like, was like, mm-mm. Are you trying to make connections? Okay, all right.
Thank you.
We'll go
Yeah.
outside and do his
You guys
ritual.
pulling my bone. Like, I'm ready, like, if you guys are.
We can come back to
Dab finishes his ritual
purchase
outside.
supplies tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, no,
Sneaks back inside.
no mishap
Okay.
happens. You look around. I don't think anything stands out to you from what I'm seeing on the list. Yeah. Nope. So,
Oh yeah, no, we're good. We're fine. It's all junk. Well, not junk. It's treasure in the right eyes.
He's saying that as we're outside, I'm assuming.
Yeah, as we're outside.
Yeah.
It's just
Right
like
in front of Esther.
Yeah.
50 gold for a whistle.
out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So no, I'll say goodbye to Esther and thank her and tell her story is lovely and charming. Blah blah.
Thank you for my bones.
Of course, thank you for the purchase.
Well, it wasn't 50 gold. Maybe we would have purchased something. Not would be a shot of her.
Okay. It's a very nice whistle, though.
Whitney's like,
It was a very nice whistle. It was a very nice whistle.
Nice whistle.
Let's make some good times with that.
but yeah, I mean, as well, you're looking at the cat.
She's chewing on my Ethernet
I'm
cable.
just like waiting for her internet just to cut.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys are doing, or heading back to the tavern?
I think outside, like when we're not, like, you know, there's no one around, I will say I don't want you to mention this in the inn because I'm not sure how much we're being watched in there. But I do plan on running some of this information by our friend, if you all don't mind.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
see what
Yes.
insights, but I don't want to talk about it in there, just in case.
I agree.
I was
Especially
going to
if-
ask him anyway. I think that'd be a good. I think he might know more than we will. Also, and I have a little piece of paper I take out. We don't have to ask him now because obviously lots happened, but I have some questions I'd like to maybe ask him, and he doesn't have to answer. You can literally put that he doesn't have to answer if he doesn't want to, but they're
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
I
Let's
figured
see, and
that'd
I
be
like
me,
reading
but wow,
it.
that's quite a list.
That's a very nice list.
It's narrowed down.
Yes. What do you do for fun? Do you like / have fun? She reads off
I
one
don't
of
know
the.
if he, well, I don't know if he likes fun. I mean, what does he do for fun? I don't know.
I mean, I wanted the
Just like
same
normal.
thing, actually, Winifred. So
Yeah.
you are right. I'm right there with you.
What does he do for fun? Especially if you're deaf. What do you do for fun? I don't know. Does he have
I do not
hobbies?
know.
I don't know.
I would like to know that. I think I might save that one for last, though, just to build it up. You know, that's the sort of
Okay.
question that you build up to with a
Yeah,
man like
yeah.
that, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. However you think would be best.
You know, I always used to have fun with snowball fights, but I don't think Death would ever have a snowball fight. So that's just a thing.
Let's
for
not
my
say the
own-
name out loud. That's not. But yes,
Sorry.
I
Your
can't
friend,
see.
my bad.
Yes, I don't know if I can imagine a snowball fight.
I used to do it all
I
the
feel like-
time where I was at.
He likes drawing. He likes chess. Or if he likes, I don't know, music. What if he sings? I don't know. It could be anything.
Yes, that's very true. It's very
You
obvious.
have thought about this way more than I thought. I thought I was obsessing about this.
Also, my favorite, can I just say, Kelly sent me the list on. And the last question is, do you know anything about monk moves? Any advice is helpful. Smiley face.
Yeah. What does he know?
Oh my goodness.
He's got to know things. He's got to know like lots of things.
That's amazing.
I gotta know.
That's so cute.
Any advice is helpful.
All right.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, you know, speaking of hobbies, though, I think next time we go to one of the bigger cities, we should do something fun.
Like what?
I don't know. Whatever is fun in whatever city we go in, but just sometimes you need that, you know?
I
Just
thought
need
going to the
something to
library
drink.
was fun. Then we, kind of passed out and started having mishaps happen.
We had some intense library visits, so I don't know.
Also, wanted to bring up something I was thinking of. Didn't want to bring it up in front of him, but I mean, now you definitely don't want to bring it up in front of him if he's like, that organization thing. Anyways, got this weird theory going on. So like there's mishaps that happen. I mean, it obviously happens in nature. or at least now, right? Just kind of out in the world. Different things can trigger it. We're trying to figure that out. These lightning cracks, though, so far, at least where we've been, but they've happened where we've had a mishap.
Yes, I know. I was thinking that too.
Well, a wizard had a mishap. Well, a wizard might have had a mishap
Yes.
himself. So if he had something similar that was happening to him, that was happening to us. Remember that ritual that they looked at? I wonder if that has to do with anything.
There's like a
Part of
crack.
me that wonders if Idkin has a way to acquire that. Perhaps not, but
Acquire.
the ritual.
We'll talk about it more with Euphemia, but I'm thinking the resources he has might overcome any hesitations, at least in my mind, but I'm sure we'll all talk that more with Euphemia.
I need some time to think about it, too.
To be fair, though, that last pitch was kind of something I was thinking about.
Which last bit?
Instead of being a random wandering group of monster hunters hoping to make it, there's a lot more purpose and resources to be impactful and be direct. I'd prefer that route, to be honest.
What if they have what to do? Like, I can't tell how bad of things they're talking about. I wish he'd tell us, but I know he can't tell us. But I don't know. But he did also seem to like that we were nice to the farmer, so
That's
that's
what I was
good, right?
thinking.
Yeah.
I think that's what's holding me up, because if I don't want to lose or compromise the part of myself that wants to deal honestly with people or protectively. But I mean, everything that I'm going to need to do is already unorthodox when it comes to Shadow Rock. So I don't know. I don't know where the line is.
What about this? Something to think about. This is where I'm thinking. And again, we don't know how trustworthy he is. I'm going on the fact that if he's using a judgment of how he treated Milo to bring us in, then I'm hoping that that's the kind of person he is. Could be wrong. Could be preying on us too. But you want to be good and honest with people and protect them. Sometimes that means you're going to have to go against organizations and institutions that are in a position of power or in legality that they're doing the wrong thing.
Certainly. And I think when I made the decision to become a monster hunter, especially after so much rejection, there's a part of me that knows that. I guess it just depends on the details, who we would be doing things to, and
like you said, we can always walk away. I think if he asks us to do something more than we're willing to do, as long as we're not willing to give him up, then we can walk away.
We should probably discuss this too with Euphemia before we come to any sort of conclusion.
Of course.
Yeah.
Just kind of first thought, something to process over. We're probably going to take a long walk around the village, I mean, probably feel like a week or so, but by the time we get back and get to talk to Euphemia.
I may go to the room now and send off a letter. I feel like sometimes our friends' perspectives shifts my thinking a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He just always has different insight. So I would be curious if there was any.
Do you still trust, or do you still have ascending to Heidi today? Or is that used up?
No, we used it today because we wanted to ask about the price.
Yeah.
But tomorrow we could.
We have to see what we think and then get her as a final verification.
Yes, do you trust him? I think that's
Yeah.
simple enough that it wouldn't give anything away because
Well, sounds like we're getting her involved. Honestly, it sounded like she wanted to get back involved in something anyway. Sounds like this might have been it.
so. All right. Or, yeah, I suppose we can save the rest of the discussion for with Euphemia. But you did very well, Davril. By the way, there was a lot of restraint there. I was very impressed.
A little upset that wasn't Kindred. He kind of unwillingly tricked me into thinking that I was talking to her, so I'd be a little more open. Not that I think he did it on purpose, but
He might have. He seems a bit calculated.
what would you say in
Maybe
front of
she is,
Kindred?
though.
You know?
Maybe she is. I don't know. Maybe it is her. She's not ready to. I don't know.
I don't think it was. She didn't react.
By the way, why is she disguising herself then? That is strange. Unless she's a.
Kindred's very standoutish. I'm not surprised that any of them are disguising themselves. They've made enemies. Better to keep an identity that no one knows. We already know that Braun is not who he says he is, or at least the looks that he is. Might be who he is. But
Oh, if he's using it, he had to disguise something, right? Or
right,
did we
he's
know
wearing.
that? Oh,
Am I right? Am I thinking wrong? Did he have a transfiguration?
He has a hat,
There's a hat
of
or something.
disguise
Yeah.
that you're assuming. Like, that's what you're
Yeah,
assuming it
would-
was.
Yeah. Would Dav be able to know if he's using it actively or not?
You didn't get a pickup of any sort of spell. You just know there was a magic item for the hat.
Okay. But I'm saying, would you normally know if there was a spell going on?
I think
If they were
his whole
actively
being
using
would
it?
probably be showing
Yeah.
its magic.
I gotcha.
And he wasn't doing that at the time.
Okay, never mind then. I
that makes sense.
I think I interpreted that wrong when you were saying it. Never mind then.
But
he has a way to
that-
get out.
Yes. No, I just wanted to say though, you did very good. I know that's a sensitive topic, and I think being able to look at it objectively was very smart.
I think being able to talk to you all recently has kind of taken the pressure off the lid a bit.
That's true.
Oh, there's Euphemia.
Wow. She's hanging out in cat form.
She's here.
All right, Euphemia, let's get to it.
Well, I don't know if you two want to walk around. I'm going to go back to the room. Write
Yeah,
my
I'm gonna
letters.
take a walk.
I think I'm gonna go rest if that's okay. I feel really. There's a lot today between conversations and the almost
Yes.
dying. You know, it's been a long day. So
Do you want
I'm
to
gonna
be in?
rest.
Do you want to be in my room, Winnie? Are you still
Well,
nervous? Or
actually, I'm not really that nervous anymore, which is weird because you think finding out this is a whole like crime ring would make me more nervous. But now that I know what's going on, I feel less nervous. So I think I'll be okay. I'll just wait for Euphemia in our room.
She's a great roommate, very soothing at times.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Sorry about last night.
I understand. I had my own levels of hysteria and various mishaps.
They can be scary.
They're very scary. Do you think you'd like, do that level if you couldn't read, like that one time that happened to me?
Mhm.
I was just wondering if,
Wouldn't
if not being able to read, that happened to me once, do you remember?
It stopped me from casting spells.
True. Just curious.
And again, it depends on when it happens. I didn't know how permanent or temporary that was. I probably should have known it was temporary, but when it was mid-cast, kind of just freaked me out. I was already drinking a little bit. Then the
It's all
whole
right.
spider thing with you, female. Let me tell you what, I don't think I've told you guys, but that was a nightmare. That did not work out well at all.
Well, I assumed it didn't when he came back 2 minutes later with the spider on his leg, and yes.
Yeah, it would have been real bad.
Would have been cool too, but it wasn't.
We need to practice that maneuver more. I flung her way too hard.
All right, well, I'm going through. You have a lovely walk, Davril. Be good.
Thanks.
Have fun. Don't do anything, risky by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you won't. You actually won't, will you, Davril? Now I am a little concerned.
It just starts laughing while walking away.
All right. So Eleanor is going back to right. Winnie's resting. Dav's walking.
Yeah, just thinking. Give me his mind.
And
Trying
then
not to do anything risky on his own.
we can plan to have you guys all kind of meet up once your various things are done. Meeting up with Euphemia as well. We can do it next week.
Awesome.
All 4 players should be back next week, and they can discuss how they want to proceed with Idgin and his offer, and future plans for the Horde Hunters and what that will look like. So we'll find out.
The Shady Hunters.
Yeah.
That's our name.
Sure. So yeah,
The Shadow Horde.
thanks for joining us, friends. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. And hope you will join us next week, live on Twitch at 7 PM CST next Sunday. We're going to sign off the recording, and then we'll raid somebody. But thank you for watching. We love you all so much. Bye.